Oh, all right. Oops. All right. Okay, here we go. was about to say, how long is this song? And it's apparently that long.
Side stream seems to be blowing out.
Oh, there we go. Let me...
Like, just incredibly loud. Like, even when I've turned down the volume, it's still staticking and whatnot.
Oh, is it? You can't do it. My setup might be screwed up then. Or something might be touching. It's a very weird thing, so... Unfortunately, not... Child, I think it was going up a little high, so I'll turn it down. Hopefully that causes a little less peaking.
Mm-hmm. Worst case, I mute it.
Up. Of course, I just punched up my mouth. Alright. So, if that let us... Oop. Let me figure out this. Alright, so, let's go and start. So, hello, and welcome back to a Sunday edition of Metroid Rhapsody. We are continuing our look from last week, which last week we finished Metroid Fusion and started Metroid Prime. So, just to reiterate, Metroid Prime, story-wise being between the first game and the second game, first-person shooter for the first time in the series. I am going into this pretty blind. I know some of the basic things, but yeah, I'm not 100%. You know, it's been a long time, so a lot of this stuff is kind of new. I am doing this through the Metroid Prime trilogy remake that was on the Wii, and due to some finagling by some developers who made a fork of Dolphin, you can actually play this with mouse and keyboard. So that is how I'm doing it, which hopefully Hobie has remembered the settings from last time, and there we go. Also, wait. Why is... There we go. Okay, I was wondering why stream avatars wasn't going on. Okay, there we go. Where is my window? There it is. Oh, also, gotta do some quick finagling of windows. There we go. Or Dolphin crash.
Nice.
Let's try that one more time. There we go. Okay, Metroid Prime Trilogy. Non-check is required. It should be plugged in. This is just weirdness here. Okay, yeah, it's offline. And we left off 2% into the Chozo Ruins.
Yeah, you very much have just scraped the tiniest little bit of the surface. Turns out there's a lot going on in this one.
Yep. Also, I finally figured out how to walk backwards into the thing. Okay.
Good skill.
So, one thing that I think that this release did, there are menus for, I can just do that to get into the scan visor, and also when I get beams, I can do it like that. Okay. So now I've figured out what the controls are for this.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. What is... Okay, so I just got missiles, if I remember correctly.
Yep. You need to look for gray doors.
Gray doors. Oops, not like that. Oop. Okay. Let's just back out there. Alright, yeah, it's gonna take me a while to get used to this. Okay, gray doors. Okay, now here's the question, what is Z? Okay, that's plus minus. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I need to look for gray doors. Oh, no, it's a save room. Gray doors. Oh, there's a gray door. But that just leads me back there.
Mm-hmm.
But...
You don't have the morph ball.
Yeah. Got the morph ball.
It can be important to, like, check the angle. You know, change the angle.
Oh, yeah. Oh! Right there. There it is. Okay, so I think if I just continue going forward, that'll take me back there. Oh, right, and I don't have the charge beam, so I can't. I have to go manually get that missile pickup. It's gonna dissipate by the time I get there, isn't it?
It might.
There we
I
go.
remember things last.
Seems like it lasts a while.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have the charge beam yet?
Nope. Yep.
Actually takes a bit to get the charge beam.
Oh. Yeah, if it wasn't incredibly obvious, I am a bit rusty. Because I have not played this since the last time, and I have been fully into Dread, so...
Lula's not used to 3D spaces again.
Yep.
Just wait till the 4D Metroid.
Ah, so a Metroid that takes place in time as well, such as the time that you waste backtracking.
Yep.
I was gonna say more the crossover between Metroid and the Zero Escape series.
There is always a Metroid off screen, but you can never see it on camera.
God, God. Also,
It's
you
a
know,
good thing,
I'm not even going to acknowledge what game that is, because then that won't be spoiler. It's just a spoiler for something, but to what
Sorry.
is the question. But it also doesn't matter, because it's going to be 7 bajillion years before I ever get there.
Yeah.
Oh shit! You haven't played them?
Nope.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I've seen trust me, I know
Well,
that
you've
plot.
seen it, okay,
I've
yeah.
seen that full
Definitely watch
thing.
Orbit play.
Yeah, but no, those particular games, I won't say exactly what series that's. I mean, you already mentioned it, but I won't say exactly what that's a spoiler to, because by the time you get to it, it won't be an issue.
Yeah.
I'm so
It's-
used to people talking
Already.
that I forgot.
Talking about that. Also,
Already knowing it, yeah.
I wonder if I'm going to get the Morph Ball soon.
I wonder.
Or is it right there?
No, Tony Hawk just designed this room.
Yeah.
Gonna learn how to skate in your Metroid game. It's good, Badge Manager Food. Don't worry about it. Don't even think about it. We weren't talking about anything but Metroid.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about that, yeah.
The only thing you need to worry about is can Metroid come?
Because also, technically, those games are rankable, but that would just never get there.
Well, first, before you even do them, you gotta do the really good Hotel Dusk.
Yeah. If there was ever...
All of the
yeah, if I do Hotel
really
Dusk
famous.
and, like, take the
Visual
36
novels.
hours to complete those games.
You should also do the Silver Face and Flower, Sun, and Rain.
God,
Yeah.
not enough people know about Flower, Sun, and Rain, and that is a crime.
It's a big beetle.
Ah, there we go.
It's like a pinky.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did it? Oh, I killed it.
I forgot how quickly you can kill it if you just hit it with the missile. Plated beetle defeated. Achievement unlocked. Pro gamer Lolo.
There we go.
So the answer is Metroid cannot crawl.
Why crawl when you can roll?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, system download. Nope, not yet.
Nope. As any good Metroid game, you had to unlock the bombs separately. It's like the third half pipe
Oh, I see.
you've seen.
That's at least nice that they tell you that. It's like, yeah, you can't do that. Don't bother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I appreciate when a game's like, yeah, no, you don't have the thing for this spot yet. Go somewhere else.
Yes. I'm back later. Especially in a game as big as the Prime games. Yeah, so you're not like wasting a shit ton of time.
I take it, then
Yeah,
yeah, that's also not.
One day you'll learn how to skate on the half-pipe, but for now you cannot.
I will say that I did like
That's
some of the
interesting.
changes that Dread introduced to its map.
Mhm.
Like being able to highlight an item
Wait.
and seeing every occurrence of the item.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get up there, yeah.
That map's just bringing back memories of Descent.
Yeah. Wait. And then... Okay. Yeah, and then, yeah, just go through this tunnel, and...
Jump.
Oh, there it is. Oop, tree. Oh, this is the Wii version. I'm playing with mouse and keyboard.
I was gonna laugh if he rolled into the toxic water.
Nope, okay, can't quite do that yet. Okay.
Little friend, help him light the way.
No, this is not the European version.
I wonder what they did change in the European version, actually.
Sure, the cutting room floor will probably tell you. Oh, I see.
Distance.
By the way, it is a smidge weird controlling this thing with a digital interface and not an analog one.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
I'm with it.
Ooh. Okay, I took it I need the spider ball for that.
Mm-hmm. I was talking with, Chozo Lord.
Oh, right. Forgot what game this is.
Yeah, you should be scanning more often.
I thought there was like a completion book for scans.
There is.
Yeah.
Magnetic rail affected. Okay.
Um, about how, like, but I was talking with a friend about how, like, there's a lot of stuff that's just, like, obvious to, like, people who've played Metroid games before. So, like, you instantly recognizing the spider ball track and everything, right?
Uh-huh.
And seeing people who say Dread is their first Metroid game, not
God damn it.
recognizing tropes, let's say.
Yeah.
It's just need to start shooting every wall, or we're going to need to find which one is breakable.
I that is one thing that I kind of wish they changed. I really wish they made it so that beam shots reveal what the block is supposed to be.
Instead of having to bomb them or missile them or
Yeah.
one upgrade later in the game. Yeah, it's a mess.
Having to waste missiles just to find out what the block is kind of annoying.
The only thing is, though, I've honestly found that missiles in Dread are damn near, like, they're not as, like, important.
Yeah,
Oh, there it is.
especially with the parry system.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you get, like, I find the economy of health and missiles interesting in Dread because it's very high damage, but also you get recovery so easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas like older Metroids is a lot of like it takes a while to die, but it takes a while to fill up. Whereas in Dread, it's like the opposite, which I like that in Dread.
Here's a couple energy tanks worth of energy.
What am I looking at?
Here's the energy you could ever.
There it is. There's one thing I kind of wish that I could do in this game, or in this version, is up the field of view.
Yeah.
Yeah, field of view in the Prime games is pretty tight. I can see that being a problem for
'Cause
some
you're-
people.
Yeah, because we're playing as in like a way that you're definitely not meant to play it.
Oh hey, Magmore Caverns.
My FOV default is usually 90.
I will occasionally, as a joke, set it all the way up to like over 100.
Yeah,
Of the Quake re-release recently, and it was just like I can see so much of the weapon model that I should not be seeing.
Well, I feel like Quake is like, okay, that's the one you can put the FOV all the way up, because I feel like that's almost the joke with Quake, is like, yeah, you can, it's meant to be played by people who are like, need to have all that frame,
yeah.
or that field of view. But yeah, I usually go like 110. Also, I don't know what I did, but I inadvertently fixed an issue with the way that the save screen was showing up, and I don't know how, but whatever. Because there was like a weird blue border that was appearing before, but I guess it's good now. Oop. Wait, what?
Did it crack up? He levels critical.
Oop, that was him.
Oh, good thing you saved recently, in case you died.
Oh, I didn't.
But I said that if
Oh.
you save. I know you didn't die. I can see that. I said in case you died.
Oh, in case I died. Okay. I just thought, I'm like, oh wait, what's going on? Because I think my thing froze for a second.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Recovered really quickly. I saw that you like went into the hot room and got introduced that you don't have a
Barrier suit yet? Yeah. Okay. I take it I'm not supposed to be here yet?
Yeah,
Okay.
a die.
Let's... Damn it.
Chat. Put in the chat if you want to see Lola die from the heat.
I was gonna say, you're gonna see it. I'm sure I'm gonna die in some other way.
Mm-hmm.
It is on.
F's in chat. Chat. If you want to die by heat exhaustion in Magmore Caverns because he doesn't have a Bavaria suit yet.
Okay. What the...
Why do these feel like they're
They're not, like, aligned in a right way.
Yeah.
The hell? Did I break something?
You might have.
That seems unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, good thing you saved recently.
Wait, well, I don't think that's the right platform I'm supposed to jump on.
Maybe.
Am I supposed to jump on the thing to the side, maybe?
No, it's probably the first one you need to get on. Maybe something with like this new improved frame rate and everything from your PC Dolphin version fucked with the timing on the platform.
God, it might have. Because they're out of sync.
Yeah. Oh, it was low for a moment that you probably could have on it. Only you could take save states.
I can,
Yeah.
but it's just...
Oh, there you go.
I could save state, but the thing is that Dolphin's save state functionality is the way that a lot of older... They do it by shift F1 to save in slot 1 and F1 to load slot 1.
Ooh.
Damn it.
Oh.
I remember the only thing I really had a problem with in this was the space jump. I could never get the rhythm down.
Somehow I have a feeling I'm not going to get that far.
Nah,
No.
that's pretty far in, if I remember correctly.
How many streams of this are you intending to do?
This actually is probably going to be the only one. I might do I might do one more.
Get through Magmore. Well, then in that case, you may get through Magmore.
Okay, so in that case, where do I want to go now? Because I don't really unlock anything. I don't think I can go up there yet. And all that was up in that one area was the energy tank. That just takes me up here. No, and that little thing wasn't... It's not like I could use that height to get over in that blue door that I can't get to yet. And I don't think there was a...
You want us to say anything, or do you want us to stay quiet?
You can say it's where to go.
Alright, that big room where you found the energy tank is in fact where you want to go.
Okay, so it is in here.
It doesn't involve the path to the energy tank, but you do need to be in that room.
Okay. Yeah, that's just more of a... It's, especially since this one is, like... so old. For lack of a better phrase.
I mean, that's kind of... I mentioned that in a different chat, is that, you know, Metroid and games like it kind of have one major problem that is consistent throughout the genre, and that is there will always be at least one point in the game where you'll have no fucking idea where you're supposed to go, and no way to actually figure it out without just retreading all the areas you've been to before.
Yeah, like, God, yeah, sure, in Dread, like, I was stuck for, like, 45 minutes because I didn't... That one was also, my fault, because I thought I tried something, but I hadn't. But yeah, Fusion tried to fix that, and then I think they kind of did it a little... Oh, can I just...
I honestly think Dread's...
Overthinking this.
Yeah, that's what I had a feeling.
I feel like Dread did it best by letting you highlight specific items over the whole map, including doors. So you literally, you know, it's almost impossible to get lost in it because of that, in my opinion. And Bag of Magic Food, I don't know. For some people, it's they enjoy the exploration and the getting lost and all that. I don't. I'm playing a game. I'd like to get to the end.
That is actually a point. Like, that is actually a explanation to why... Okay, it's gonna be infinite. That's an explanation by apparently the Metroid games never took off in Japan because as a general, it's general, like, I don't want to say, I don't know how to phrase it, but a lot of the way that Japanese players like to play games, at least from what I heard, is less exploratory and more kind of more not railroaded, but like it's structured. Whereas Western gamers tend to like having a little bit of freedom to just kind of roam around. That was a dumb idea.
Blow this up.
Okay. I take it that
I guess that makes sense.
I'm just go ahead and say I don't want to go into the goo geyser.
No. No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay. Wait, is it? I think that's a new area.
Yep.
I think the thing with missile doors is that they're still outlined in blue.
Mm-hmm.
Ow!
Rip Lola.
There we go.
I think Metroid Prime is interesting in the fact that they, it's one of those examples of a series that was previously 2D, and then there's an attempt to make it 3D. The most obvious one being Mario, with all the Mario games up till Mario 64. And it's interesting to see how successful and unsuccessful it is at certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Like Metroid as an FPS kind of sounds weird to like somebody who's a big fan of 2D ones, but then you get this and then you get Hunters on the DS and it's like, oh, it can be done, and it can be done pretty well actually.
It's I really wish that it's kind of the thing I'm surprised by is the fact that there isn't a whole lot of FPS that try to really expand what
You're like a Metroid.
yeah, like try and do what this game does, where it's the
Slow exploration.
yeah.
Evolving,
Well,
yeah.
If I could submit just two games, one of them I think is more than the other, but I think the Turok games are actually one of the only other examples of a Metroid-like kind of game. Now, granted, Metroid is more about connected areas, but Turok kind of does sort of similar like that. You go to a level, you beat it, then you have to come back with a new power to get a certain thing to progress to. Like, it has that sort of design, but instead of it being sort of like one big world set up into smaller pieces, it's a hub world and then extra areas branched off. So you go to, like, new levels out of a hub world. I think it's one of the only real examples I can think of that actually comes close to the formula.
I can kind of see that, although I'd say Turok is more son of a bitch. More level based than this kind of like one connected world. Like I know they're trying to do open, but I'm just like surprised that there isn't like been like oh hey, we're an indie, they're trying to do like very clearly trying to do what this does.
No, I agree.
I know
Okay, don't touch on
there
this.
was a game that I think it recently got funding.
Son of a bitch.
A Kickstarter called Vomitorium. that is trying to be like a Doom style Metroidvania.
What's it called?
Vomitorium.
Vomitorium? Oh yeah, Vomitorium. Yeah, I remember that. Name aside, I kind of want to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Damn it. Also, I'm not sure how I feel about the fact that save rooms are blocked by missile doors.
Yeah, it's a bit rude.
So I'm surprised that actually, and going back to Dread for a moment, I'm surprised about the lack of missile doors. It's only for items. That which Falzar seeks a son.
Ivy saying the most cursed words.
Recording to logbook.
Search action as a term is like, I kind of like it in that weird, like, not exactly incorrect, but it's not incorrect, but also it's really weirdly phrased. It's like how in, it's like the shmup abbreviation STG. That doesn't make sense. I'm gonna assume, is this a boss room?
No.
No, that, okay, yeah, that's too weirdly shaped.
So I'm gonna say with this room, you do want to scan everything.
Okay, doke. That thing spawned on top of me, didn't it?
Read the, yeah, like, lore and whatnot, because, it'll explain what's going on in this room.
Right.
Things.
Okay, sediments in the water. 4 runic symbols adorn its surface. What 4 things do I have to shoot? Last
I'll
scan.
be-
Incoming scan data. Increase war wasp. Alright. Oh, okay. Okay, that's how I deal with that. I see. Yeah, but my favorite thing is seeing that tweet by the guy, or I don't know if it was a tweet, it was something I saw on someone's Discord that was someone taking, it's because apparently someone did a review of Metroid Dread saying that it performs the Metroidvania like formula, and someone just taking a Sharpie to their monitor and just over the Vania part. Okay, where is the other 2 symbols? There we go. Alright. Where are the symbols? I got 2 of them. 3. When did Wonder Boy 3? Trying to think. When did Wonder Boy 3 come out? Was that 89? So I'm going to move my mic a little bit over here. Hopefully I can tilt it without breaking something. There we go. That way I can actually speak into the mic. Okay. Now the question is, are all the symbols in this room? It's got that one. Ah. There we go.
Oh,
Now.
yeah. Symbol.
Oh, it's on the floor. Okay, where did my drink go? Oh, I finished it already. That's why. Okay, platform there. Oh.
Recording to log.
Chozo lore. Translated. Yep. Disaster struck suddenly. We had a vague, dark foreboding, and it became true. A meteor appeared from nowhere, casting a dark shadow of debris over the land, with the violence of its impact, its destructive force spent. The fallen star burned itself out rapidly, and the incident faded into memory, but the meteor brought with it corruption. A great poison burst forth from the land, a strange energy that clawed at a natural life with ferocity. That strange negative energy emitted from the meteor expanded to encompass Talon 4 at night as a spider weaves a web. Am I going to get the spider ball here? Nope. That looks like a charger upgrade, or a blaster upgrade. Or not blaster. It's in Mega Man. Ah, there we go.
Samus's Mega Blaster.
Hell yeah, charge me. Try shooting one with a charge beam.
Oh.
The reason I say that is because it kills them
Okay.
instead of just stunning them.
Not with those, though.
No, those don't die.
Okay.
In Talon's core, you say?
Okay.
Scan that cracked up wall.
There we go. It's like, that looks weirdly textured.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like you should, once you've like cleared all the enemies out of a room, you should just like wander around with your scanner available or
Ow.
up so you can see like, ah, yes, this type of wall, I need this weapon.
So I actually didn't play Metroid Prime until it launched on Wii. And I kind of found the switching between helmet to visor modes sort of annoying.
I'm gonna say that I can understand that. I didn't have that problem, but once again, I'm just a weirdo who can tolerate, kind of obtuse control schemes. I'll play Quake on an N64 and I'll show you. That, I don't care. I'll one stick my way to hell and back if I have to. And yeah, as Tyrion said, it's also the matter that on the GameCube it's just the D-gun, and the gun is on the C-stick. So much Shriek Bat.
Yeah, and then here it's just I can either do the menu, or I can actually just hit the button, or hit buttons, and I can swap between the two. I just do it that way because the way I have it currently bound. That's a lot of scan points. Oh, that's because that's a lot of streak bats.
Yeah, look at all those Shriek Bats.
Should try befriending them.
Seems
I don't
to
think
go
that's
on
gonna work.
a bit too quickly.
I really hate, like, things where it's like, oh, you gotta destroy him, and then you just gotta wait. Oops. Oh, I didn't get one of them. Two of them. Whatever. Okay, that's not a scan point. Okay.
Nope. This is some sweet red goo. Not to be confused with ragu.
Which is a kind of red goo. Sometimes. Unless you get Alfredo.
It's like squares and rectangles. All squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares. Also, I don't remember the game being this dark. I don't know if it's just because of how the side screen looks or whatever.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just, it might be part of the touching up. Okay, where is, okay, what am I, oh. What are you?
Recorded to logbook.
Stone Toad.
Hell yeah. Frog.
I should have waited until I'd bombed, shouldn't I?
Maybe. That's the importance of these games, is the ability to, experiment and explore, even if it means that you get eaten by a frog every once in a while.
Oh. Oh, there's a hive. Oh, I see.
Here you like bees. And flamethrowers.
Okay, there's... I see. Okay, I can just go underneath it. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, where is the red spot? Is there a red spot yet? Okay, I can't outwalk that. I think. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh, there it is.
Shit, now it's really pissing off these.
The kind of annoying thing about this part is that it's kind of, it's locking on more the little thing in the middle than it is the thing I wanted to lock on.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Oh god. Wait, what? What?
Yes.
Oh, I meant, okay.
You know, when you initially said that like you were playing on like this game's regular difficulty, which is like an easier difficulty than the original, I'm like, okay, I wonder how that's gonna play. I'm like, oh yeah, I can see it. Like I can.
Yeah, this doesn't, this feels like this is not the
You're
difficulty.
taking, like no damage from all this shit.
Oh, okay.
Like even when you fell into the lava and magma, I'm like, it's like, huh? Didn't melt you as fast as
It should.
remember it doing.
Oh, I'm a spider ball first, or is it bomb? Oh, it's bomb.
It's the bomb. Congrats on beating these to get another explosive device.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like the Metroid games do in fact have a little bit of a difficulty to them, so it's like theoretically making it a little bit easier for people to say like try it for the first time.
This is just surprisingly easy, though.
Yeah, this may be a bit too easy.
There we go. This looks like a scanny something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where? There it is.
Recording to logbook.
New
I
research.
imagine it was a lot harder on the GameCube than,
Oh.
say, like,
Oh
emulating.
yeah, like Lola would have taken so much more damage because Lolo's at like basically max health that
Yeah.
he's currently got.
Yeah, I don't think I went below 60 on this energy tank, of which I have two extra.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I'm on timer, aren't I?
Yep, you're on a timer. This game loves timers.
Right.
Yeah, Tyrion put it best. Lolo's tanking things he shouldn't be able to tank.
Okay.
Is it not bad necessarily? It's just, it's different. No,
Sure.
I guess maybe the... So many shriek. You got back to this. Or is this a different one? No, this is a different one.
Okay, now the question is, does it reset all of the timers?
I would hope.
How do I get out of this room? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, this is an example of like, it's a bit dark, isn't it?
Well, also, the field of view is really low.
Mm-hmm. Those two things combined.
There we go. I see.
If only you could like shake your mouse to.
Oh, okay, there.
It is nice that the ball at least has a light source so you can.
Oh! Oh, another energy tank. Gotta be more invincible. Wait, is that... Where did I come out of? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's the low field of view is really throwing me off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, that's... Wait. Was this the entirety of the reason why I... Was just for an energy tank? And also that spider bolt thing?
Yeah, it's to teach you how to use the bombs and everything, turn on things.
Okay. Oh, whatever.
I mean, when in doubt, check your map.
Well... Where have I... Okay, there's a door I haven't been to yet.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like something important, too. Okay, I'm facing towards it. Okay, there we go. Okay, now what is the room that I want to go to? I want to go to this bottom one over here. Is this the right one? Yeah.
It is also a little weird to not have a mantle ability.
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
playing Dread, you're like, oh, this is so great, and then you come to this like, oh shit, it doesn't have it.
No
Even
slide, no mantle.
no parrying.
Op. You know, generally without, you know, using bombs and everything.
Oh, right.
I mean, yeah, Lolo's already passed a missile expansion that he needs to do some expert bomb jumping to get.
Oh, why'd I do that? Okay.
Updated
foreign technology present. Okay. Good to know.
That's weird. I
As a
don't know if that yet. Or this early.
sufficient blast. Oh, okay. Okay. So I take it that's the entire reason to come in here is that spider ball track?
Yep.
Alright. Oh well. It's at least more missiles.
Expansion, that's gonna be useful.
I see these things respawn.
Oh yeah. I think the fairest complaint about the Prime gangs is that things respawn very aggressively. Even more so than like the 2D ones.
Screw this.
Yeah, you take so little damage.
Okay, well then in that case... Oh, yeah, I can go up in that room now, because I have... I have the bomb now, so I can destroy that thing on the side that was preventing me from going forward. Okay, let's go over here. So I didn't get completely owned by those things.
Yes.
Okay, back up here.
Yep.
And then I think it was right over here. Yep.
You can also destroy War Hornet hives. You get sick of bees.
Alright. Yeah, whatever.
Rude grass.
It's the plankton from the Turtles game on the NES.
Okay. Oh, I see. Welp. There's one at least.
So you know this song and dance, yeah.
Yeah. Okie doke. Of course I have it in, like, this huge-ass room. Okay, I have to use missiles. Okay.
Recording to logbook.
Venom weed. Okay, toxicity level critical. Can I, like, destroy the root of these things so that they don't?
No.
Right.
At least not yet, I should say.
Okay, there's that one.
Metroid Prime asking the tough questions of what if grass was rude?
I mean, Cobra asked us that.
Mm-hmm. True.
Alright, all leaves. There. Okay, we need one more.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Okay, can't destroy those.
I guess my initial estimate was wrong. I felt like there was more to it, but no, I think you may have to get through Magmore Caverns at this rate today. You know?
That's like you always forget like how long these things are.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. There we go.
Guess it depends if you're gonna compete
Oops.
with like Bear or something. When you can't, you know, stop.
Ruined Aurora lost type. Okay. Oh, hi.
There it is.
There. Okie dokie. Something about the sound changing is concerning me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can always look on your map of where you're going.
That's a boss arena.
Yeah, it very possibly is. I remember you scanning sign that said that the poison seeks the light of the sun or something.
Oh, good.
This is one of the highest places you've been, and
Okay. Good to know. I see.
hell yeah, boss fight.
Real make my monsters grow young from that Flagra. Wait, did I do something? Wait.
No. You stunned it with the charge beam, but...
Wait, what do I have to... Do I have to, like, shoot something in particular, I take it?
Mm-hmm. This boss fight borders on the
Oh, is this a bed of chaos?
puzzle elements, yeah.
Ghost
That's
Echoes.
like bed of chaos, but
Oh, wait, hold on, I have an idea. Exploit the... Okay. Concentrated weapon fire can daze for short periods.
mm-hmm.
Wait, where are the... Can I destroy these things?
Maybe.
Oh! That little glowy bit.
Yeah. Everyone loves a little glowy bit.
Ah, I see. It,
Alright, round 2.
I, wait, where's the hole? There it is. Eh. That was kind of bullshit that I can take damage by jumping on the blade while it's down.
Well, yeah. Metroid loves its contact damage.
Okay, and then 3 of them? Ah, I see. I see. Oh, hi.
Very strong rule of 4s here.
Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, excuse me, excuse me. God damn it.
That's the first time you've lost a full energy tank. Congrats.
Oh, you can just hit it from that angle. Wow, this makes us fight. Mouse control makes us fight a lot easier.
Yeah, just a bit. And yeah, you already have it back up. You already filled up a chunk of that one tank that you lost.
This is like the Revolver Ocelot fight in the Twin Snakes remake.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, you can aim. Oh, this makes this fight incredibly easy.
And blocked your shot. How rude. You may want to stun it. Or never mind. You're fine. Gotta find the there. Achievement unlocked.
Yeah, if you play this by yourself, or play this on your own, you might want to select a different difficulty level. You might just want to play on veteran.
Mm-hmm. The good news. The water doesn't kill you anymore here.
Ooh, I get a shiny. Or wait, what? What?
It's a Jesus metaphor.
That wasn't a... Okay.
Congrats, you have shoulder pads now.
I didn't even realize that was the Varys suit. I thought that was like a medal or something because it was the Prime logo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I unlocked World Gallery for purchase.
Ooh.
Wait, does the Various suit reduce damage in this game?
I don't remember. Let me look.
Because good, that's what I need, is a more of an excuse to rub my face against this game. No, I just do it like that.
It reduces damage taken by 10% and protects Samus from superheated areas.
Wow, whole 10%.
That's still something when it took you getting stuck underwater in toxic water while touching a boss to lose even just a single
Nope.
you can't kill those yet. You
Pulse
can.
Bamboo.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and I'm back down here. Oh, and weirdly enough, takes me right down to here.
Yeah, it takes you to where you can get to Magmore Caverns. Convenient.
Yeah, right.
I forgot that the Various suit was like way better for damage reduction and like the two.
Yeah. Well, the original game, like, Varia is just a bastardized, or not bastardized, but it's a mistransliteration of barrier. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the original Metroid, it's reduces damage by 50%.
Because I know a lot of people are like. A lot of people are familiar with the LR situation in Japanese and a lot of Asian languages, but there's also a BV thing as well. I forgot which one they don't have. I think it's V.
I like the Metroid wiki pointing out that in other realms, Samus has many opportunities to activate the Various suit, but doesn't until she's authorized.
Ow.
Nice.
I've been gooped.
Mm-hmm. Goo everywhere.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, Elsie.
Oh shit, you blew its head off.
Oh, I see. Can't dawdle on these things. Or wait, are they going up and down on their own, or?
Yeah, I think they get way down.
Okay.
Nintendo sure loves their fire dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Fire dragons are cool.
Not saying they're not, just observing.
I love fire dragons so much, that's why they have that one. And in 1,000-Year Door.
And Ocarina of Time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, there's something more to the fire dragon in Thousand Year Door than just he's a fire dragon.
Yeah, I never beat Paper Mario, and I never played Thousand Year Door.
I've heard a lot of good things about those. I've not. I had a. Oh, that's not. I had a very weird hang up about Paper Mario. That was just due to me being like taught RPG stuff in Final Fantasy, but it always bothered me in Paper Mario how low the damage numbers are.
Yeah.
But that is something that's like, I did not start my RPG things in tabletop. I was gonna say that's not even like less of a thing in tabletop. It's high, like, aren't they usually higher numbers now, or is it the same? And I just
No, the numbers are climbing a little bit, but I mean, before it was just like you had a lot more attacks. You would just like
wow, what an asshole.
he just kicks you out of his house. You said melons to him. Gonzalo.
God damn it. No!
You'll figure out this puzzle eventually, I'm sure.
Well, also it doesn't help the fact that I'm getting, as I mentioned that,
By the camera.
well, the camera and also the fact that I'm using a keyboard control. Wait, what? There. So I forget what button it is to. Wait, why can? Oh, because there.
Find it weird that you're using keyboard and mouse, but it is a choice.
It's better than a Wii remote.
Lolo's a pro, yeah. Lolo's a pro PC gamer, and
Also, the thing that I'm more did it is it's not so much that well, the reason I'm doing is one, I like playing first-person shooters with mouse and keyboard, but two, the fact that this exists is also something I wanted to try. Okay, there we go.
See, Lolo, I was fully expecting you to 100% commit to this by getting a Wiimote and pairing it up to your computer.
I'm doing that.
that'd be funny as hell, yeah.
Also, okay, so here's the other thing about that. As I had something that was trying to, that would bind a, oh, I took it, I can't kill that thing. I had something that would connect a Wii remote to a PC, and it didn't work. Oh, jeez. This
I
was,
think there's like some kind of Bluetooth magic they do.
yeah.
I actually don't know where my Wii console is. All my Wii shit is over in a corner, but like the console, I don't know where it is. I'm guessing my former roommate stole that too.
I like how it took, once again, you falling into lava while getting shot by turrets enough damage to actually make
one energy tank go away?
yeah.
Wait. Oh, I see. That's rude. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's right, I keep on forgetting to scan. I forget what game this is.
Yeah.
Android Prime.
That's a... Oh, well, maybe not. Ow, 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 ow.
Cheers, just for rock action.
Ooh, another elevator. Town Overworld West.
Kind of looks like the loot cave from Destiny.
Yeah, kinda.
Mm.
Ow. Oh wait, I'm... Oh, I'm just back at the start.
Yep.
Oh, in that case, I'm gonna go to that safe point. Unless I can't get back up.
No, you can.
Okay.
You climbed up here the first time when you were climbing through.
Oh, okay. That's, yeah. Oh.
What if your save room was a ship?
Okay, now which... Oh. Jump off immediately. Okay. Okay. The only thing, though, about this that I... Wait. That, will be slightly not great is the fact that it's going to be 3 weeks before I get back to this game.
Yeah.
So there'll be a pretty decent gap, but I don't mind playing this a little more. This is a pretty notable release. Just double check that I'm going the right way.
Seems like it holds up fairly well.
Yeah.
Given that it's more of an archaic. Like the systems are kind of
Shoot
archaic.
the snap sacks. Orange glow,
Oh.
thinking about.
Right.
There you go.
Ah,
Oh. Plasma door? Beam door?
It might.
Also, I like the archaicness of the, or like the oldness of the game. Like, I still think it's pretty holds up fairly well, especially since there's not a whole lot that does what it's trying to do.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go further down. Ah. I see. Was I supposed to go... Is the thing I need on Talon?
No. So if you remember that one message that you got, it said that, foreign technology and Andrana drifts.
Yeah.
And you should see, like, a room that was, like, saying, oh, you should go over here.
Yeah. Oh, I suppose I'm supposed to go... Where was that room? Oh, they say it... Oh, it's right there. Transport to Andrana drifts. So I take it... Ah, there's a room here.
That's one option.
Excuse me. Ow. Ah, get. Ow, fire.
Yeah, the
good.
jets that push you down.
Can't keep me down, man.
Maybe I should have played it. Maybe this is the difficulty I need to be playing on. Ooh. There we go. Oh, this is gonna suck. Okay. Oh. With analog, I'm sure this is probably really annoying. With this is just gonna be where the real difficulty of this game... Oh, it's just a missile expansion. Okay. Okay, I just to double check understation. Oh, actually, that's probably closer to where I need to go. But that was the... Oh, you piece of shit. I really need to stop rushing.
Yeah. You're so patient and dread, and in this, you're just like, I'm gonna.
See, this is the problem. If you give me a way that I can be like, that I don't have to be on my guard 100% of the time, and I will. Also, can I actually destroy these things? Or it just takes a couple missiles, or is it just?
Yeah, it just takes some missiles or shark beams. They're like upgraded versions of the turrets you fought on the research ship frigate.
Because they don't seem to be dying.
Well, you're not also in the room, so that may be fighting with those.
Oh, okay.
Remember, you can lock on and dodge side to side.
Yeah, and then I dodge directly into lava.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now that I'm not getting shot, I can actually explore this place.
Which is useless because I think it leads to the Finjana Drifts.
Okay. Okay, how do I get up here? Oh, you have to... Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I don't know why I told you that really early, even before you killed Flagra. Like that message is supposed to pop up like after you get the Varia suit, I think. To say like, hey, you've got the Varia suit, now go here. You now have the power.
All right.
Very shiny.
I'll be right back.
Okie dokie. Yeah, that's the thing I hear is that, like, talking about Prime, I was like, oh man, Fendrana's Drift's music is really good. Which it is.
I mean, the Metroid games have always had pretty decent music.
Yeah. With the exception of 2, but 2's is just weird.
I don't remember 2 enough to have an opinion on it.
Flash shield over there is yep. Okay. Okay, I can go in the water. I was kind of expecting there to be a thing of water in area is too cold to go in, or oop. Low trace of radiant detected. Oh, okay.
I see that you were confused about why you aren't freezing to death.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Time to get the ball rolling. Place is pretty cool.
It is. Oh. Yeah, because it's like, yeah, it's like, oh, is it cold? No, because she doesn't have the Metroid. I don't know why I said it like that. She doesn't have Metroid DNA at this point.
Yep.
I have Metroid DNA.
Metroid.
Metroid.
Maybe they'll. I'm waiting for them to like one day pull like a Gradius and be like, no, it's pronounced Metroid.
Hmm.
You know what I
There's
mean?
something I could say about that, but I'm not going to.
Gonna need to get banned from Twitter for using harsh language.
No, it's not that. It's something I don't want to quite say yet.
I'm assuming a spoiler.
Maybe.
Okay.
I just put up a spoiler warning, and then in the YouTube upload, you just like give a little timestamp saying, "Hey, if you don't want to be spoiled, go here."
Well, no, because it is. It's something we saw yesterday. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
It's Gradius.
Gradius doesn't even know how to pronounce its own goddamn name. Gradius Gaiden pronounces it two different ways in its own game.
It's great.
Yeah.
Gradius.
You should scan these guys, because then you know.
Oh, yeah. How to deal with them. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Also, I should probably just scan more in general.
You should.
Baby Sheegoth. Young Sheegoth. Ice on their back.
Like a styliner. Samus Aran.
Aran. Samus Aran.
Aran.
Well, Aran is, I think, the correct one. I'm trying to pronounce it incorrectly.
Isn't it?
Not the correct one, it's Aran.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't
Is it Aran?
or is it Aaron? I thought that Aaron was,
No, it's...
I thought it's an, if I remember, or I might be just thinking of something completely wrong. Isn't it Irish? Isn't, like, Aaron is, like, an actual Irish surname?
According to Google, it's Samus Aran.
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 Jewish,
I'm trying to
okay.
think about how they pronounced it in Smash Brothers, like the original one, because that's how.
I thought it was Aaron in the 64 Smash.
Yeah, it's like Samus Aran. I don't remember. Who knows?
Because I'm pretty sure it's not like the country.
Iran. Yeah.
Famous Iran.
Aram.
Okay, and then that's the shiny dude. So I forget how to... Oh, I see.
For some reason, Echo Hotel's question made me think of back when I was a kid, we'd make rock candy.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if y'all remember rock candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like rock candy.
Literally crystallized
Sugar? Yes.
Jesus Christ.
It's the perfect treat for kids, yeah.
It is.
Eh.
That's the thing, I guess, about this game. Is like, yeah, it's neat having like mouse control, right? But like at the end of the day, the game expects you to be locked on to stuff.
Yeah. And lock-on is still pretty active, or like pretty good.
But I've noticed that you don't always immediately resort to it because
I can just aim.
yeah.
Though to be fair, this was a feature that was from the Metroid Prime trilogy. So
Yeah.
you could do this Wii remote and have okay manual manual aim.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, thanks to Dolphin, you can also up-res stuff and make it look really pretty.
You know, it says a lot that I can't tell the difference.
Ooh.
Unless you like bury your face in that stone texture, I guess.
Part of the problem, let's see, creatures, tenant. Build a temple, contain its darkness, place a cipher, magical lock. Alright. Alright. Okay, where'd I go? I would say the reason for no mouse and keyboard is the fact that Nintendo allowing that would be that they would just shudder at any other control scheme other than mouse or the Wii Wii and nunchuck.
I remember just how like that entire era of gaming was 3 different companies trying to vie for the best motion control technology, and in the end all 3 of them going, yeah, you know what, this actually kind of sucks a lot, maybe we won't do this again.
Well, the weird one is the fact that ideally I'd actually say Nintendo came out on top, but not with the Wii.
You would say the Wii U.
Yeah, the Wii U and its gyroscope.
I don't know, I never got the Wii U, so I can't comment on it, but I will say of the 3, I'd say the Wii was the stronger of the contenders. Kinect was fucking trash and didn't work.
Oh wait, actually,
Take that back. The Kinect can help me hunt ghosts.
That's what I
well,
said, and I stand by it.
well, God, I can't remember. Did Splatoon 1 have the gyroscope controls?
Yes.
It did? Yeah, because those were actually decent. It wasn't the best, but it was decent.
Okay, but Lobo.
Yeah, here's the hot take. The
Go on.
To logbook.
motion control platform is the Switch because I can play Skyrogue with motion controls.
I mean, I don't have any negative things about the Switch, so...
Arcade flight sim with like a stick, you know, one Wiimote being my throttle, like a stick, and the other one, you know, or a flight stick, and the other one can be like the throttle going back and forth. It's very good. I mean, it's bad, but it's good.
So,
Yeah, but actually playing Metroid, or not Metroid, Monster Hunter Rise, actually being able to use, like, the motion controls for bowgun aiming was actually pretty decent.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo has still kept motion control in the loop, but it's not the forefront of the technology.
Well, the thing also is that sort of aiming, like that gyroscope thing, that it's not like waggle. PS4 also, or PS5, well...
Lolo, please scan that thing.
There we go.
What were you saying, Lolo?
Well, the PS... I don't know if I really saw on the PS4, but I know PS5 also has gyroscopic aiming, which... Oh.
I
Okay.
The PS4's big thing was the touchpad more than
Yeah,
anything.
it was. But that's the thing, like, it was so
Which-
heavily underused.
Yeah. It was
Nobody used it.
a button.
It's the best map button.
Like, if I recall correctly, it has 2 clicks, the left and the right. But then it's also got 4 slides, up, down, left, right.
Yep.
There's more buttons for you to put in your game, and you're not using it. Why?
Because most games don't need it.
Okay. Now here's a question.
Like, because here's my idea, right? Right, Axe.
Uh-huh.
Let's say you're making a game that's multi-platform, right?
Uh-huh.
You're gonna just design the controls so they can be basically the same between both the PS4 and the Xbox.
Oh, wait.
Huh.
You don't need to, you know,
Oh, okay, it's space.
with 4 slides and 2 extra clicks.
Which is also fair, but even the PlayStation exclusive
I mean, like,
stuff
it's not
that
good, but, like, yeah, that's probably the reasoning.
I don't doubt it. It's just I even in like PlayStation exclusive stuff, I didn't really see it getting
Yeah.
used much. But no, yeah, God, we
You're
didn't
also
even
probably
Oh, God.
taking your hands off the sticks or whatever.
also didn't talk about one of the best motion control systems of all time, the 6-axis
Mm-hmm.
controller that felt like it would fall apart with the slightest breeze.
Yeah, LZ, Lolo's a pro gamer. I don't know if you know this.
That's what Retro Rank Rhapsody is about, showcasing how great Lolo is at videos.
Mm-hmm.
The sad thing is I don't know if you're actually being I don't know if you're actually being sarcastic or not.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Yeah. I mean, you obviously did very good
Ow.
with Bobbins and Dread and everything.
Yeah, I wanted to watch, but obviously I was streaming it the next day, and I kind of wanted to go in fresh, so...
Yeah, that's what I figured. Is a lot of people's like, yeah, they're just gonna try and play it for themselves.
Yeah.
I made sure to play a bunch before Lolo started streaming so I could watch.
It's like the big
Oh, geez.
problem with trying to stream
Oh,
new
oh,
games.
shit. Okay, there we go. It's like press B rapidly. I was like, oh, what's B again?
Mm-hmm. And yeah, Ivy says it best. You're not using Rewind today, you're MLG.
The funny thing you say that the funny thing about that is I did actually long ago. I did actually. The hell are these
You may
things?
want to fight these in a better area.
Alright, just ignore them.
Or ignore them, yeah, exactly.
Okay, now that I did. Okay, so. Now where do I go?
You need to look for places where you can use, fucking, you know, half-pipe.
See, my thing is more, it's like, I thought the DualShock 4 was, or DualShock 3 was fine. It was more the 6-axis. Like the raw-ass 6, oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
All I remember of 6-axis was that it was completely useless.
Oh, hey.
Didn't work correctly.
That's
that looks
yeah.
familiar.
That's a chunky shadow.
It's good blocks. I like it.
It looked like the sandbird from Mario Sunshine.
See, I don't disagree. I don't mind a light controller, but god damn,
That one was a bit. Yeah, that one was really light.
Hollow. It felt like a toy. I shouldn't be playing with this. Why am I playing with this?
A children's fake controllers.
Yeah,
Be a
pretty
gamer.
much. Pretty much.
Fisher Price video game.
Okay.
Just like the Fisher Price,
Cell phone.
Fisher Price's
cell phone.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
Fisher Price fake PlayStation.
Your child too can feel the disappointment of shitty controls.
Okay.
Your kid too can say curse words and slurs online.
No, that's the Call of Duty simulator. Fisher Price's Call of Duty simulator.
Ah,
Yeah, except for now, no.
for kids.
Actually, I shouldn't say that because I have not played Call of Duty since Black Ops 2, so
Mm-hmm.
I do not know what the scene is.
My last one was Advanced Warfare, and I muted everybody every time.
I had it set on my Xbox Live for default that I didn't hear anyone except anyone on my friends list, and it was really good.
It does make games a lot more manageable.
I can go up there if I can, if there is a boost. Okay.
I also find it interesting that every Metroid game has pretty much the exact same environments every time. Just different layouts for those environments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, is that literally anything had a better D-pad than the 360. The Master System controller has a better D-pad than the 360.
That is an extremely low bar that you're setting, Ivy.
You know, worst case, you may need to just do other places. If you can't
Yeah.
see any. So,
I did. There were places in Magmore that I think I could.
and
And town.
Everything?
overall.
I might be a weird one in that case, and I actually don't mind the segmented or the 4 circle button D-pad.
Yeah, I don't care. It's fine. It's whatever.
Yeah, I don't really play games that really need the D-pad unless it's like a 2D platformer or exploration game. Also, I want to just point out, I don't like that Metroid Dread you can force you to use the joystick. Don't like it. No, thank you.
Mhm.
I am extremely against using a joystick for 2D controls. Need that D-pad. I mean, at this point, it just feels weird to use anything but a D-pad for a 2D game. In my opinion. Because the joystick's not very precise.
Oh, are you
It's like-
talking? Echo to tell. Are you talking about the Sidewinder? Or the little 360 wireless adapter? Actually, that is one thing I will say. I have an Xbox Series X controller that I use for just my standard like PC controller. That has a really good D-pad on it.
Yeah, you've mentioned that before.
I honestly think that one might be my second favorite D-pad I've had on a controller that I have. The other one being the 8-bit Do. Oh, actually, okay. So I guess charge beam is stronger than missile. I don't have double jump yet. I don't know why I thought I did.
You've been playing too much Dread.
Face planted into that lava like a pro. Oh yeah, the Gravis brand controllers. I remember playing like Descent and shit like that, and seeing advertisements for like you want to use the Gravis Pro controller if you want to get the most out of this game.
See, the thing that when I think Gravis Sidewinder, for some reason, the game that immediately comes to mind for me is the PC port of Mortal Kombat 1.
You should go to Taiwan.
Yeah, I think that's the direction that I'm going to. Yes.
Mortal Kombat 1. Gee.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat.
So the on your shit this time. The thing about the SN30 is the fact that its D-pad is good with one exception, and that being it has the problem that if you hold down, you will you can go left and right, which is slightly problematic. Well, slightly annoying when you're dealing with certain things. Okay, there it is. Where? All right. I really like the, I don't know if I said it, but I do really like the 8BitDo M30 controller. That D-pad's really good. The problem is the fact that since it is essentially a Saturn controller, there is no real way you can get an analog stick or a right analog stick on that, or even a shit. Even a left analog stick on it. Oh, shit. So I can't use it as my quote-unquote daily driver.
Talking about old controllers has got me remembering my college days where we'd go to this one dude's dorm and I'll hook into Battlefield 1942, and at one point I wanted to get good at flying, so I bought an actual flight stick. But the thing was, I bound everything to the flight stick, so all my movement, my shooting, like everything was. So I'm playing this first-person shooter with a fucking flight stick while I'm like on the ground shooting at people. Like I got good at it, but it was
that wasn't
stupid.
Same energy as me playing things on the N64 controller, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, N64, I'm a big Turok fan, and I got really good with those controls.
Okay.
Lava Lola, you can do it.
I honestly don't know where you're supposed to go from here.
Yeah, I'm supposed to go back to Town 4. I just completely missed the door. It's the problem. You're supposed to go over here. And unlike don't be an idiot and go backwards, go this way, which is progress.
I think what's killing you the most is not the enemies in this game, but your lack of spatial awareness for the 3D. You can't handle too many 2D games, and suddenly the third dimension becomes undecipherable.
Also, field of view is also something that is really throwing me off. Which is, funnily enough, a problem I have in real life. Because that is a fun thing about glaucoma.
Oh. Yeah, I think you've mentioned that a couple times. Yeah, that's not fun. That sucks to deal with. I have an eye issue, but it stems from my birth. I was born cross-eyed, and to correct it, I had 3 eye operations when I was just an infant. And that kind of resulted in my only being, like, my left eye likes to wander a bit, and I could only focus with one eye at a time. I'm looking out at both of them, but the focus is only on one side.
That actually is the same thing I'm dealing with.
Isn't it weird? Like, you get used to it eventually, but it's just so weird.
Yeah.
Bodies are dumb. I don't recommend them.
Should all become digital.
I mean, I actually talked to a friend about that because I have an extreme fear of death and dying. And we talked about robotics and what the future holds for that, and kind of how it'd be kind of scary actually to take your entire essence and throw it into the body of a robot and essentially kind of live forever.
They interest you in a series called Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
Also, I think technically Real Drive is that's what that's about.
Yeah, I've seen Ghost in the Shell in the standalone complex.
Okay.
I want that cyber future where I'm just a machine to be used by the corporations and governments.
Do I want to go? Wait, wasn't it Chosen Ruins that had?
There's Chozo Ruins, there's one right in here.
Wait, where's the?
Currently, and there's the half pipe.
Where is the half pipe in here? Are you saying in this room or in this area?
Yeah, in this room. In this room, there's the half
Oh.
pipe.
Right here. Hit lock on place. There we go.
They're coming out of the fucking walls, these half pipes. Oh no, Tyrion.
Watch in real time as I figure out what the rhythm is. I went on the wrong side. No, I didn't. Okay.
You win.
Ow. Oh. God, just having that, stepping on that thing and then also, like, just talking about the field of view stuff is just reminding me how a coworker of mine, or someone at the office I work at, brings their dog in, and they like to sleep wherever the hell they want, which is great, considering my lower field of view is kind of my weak spot. So I'm having to, like, constantly look down to make sure I don't step on this dog's face.
Surprise.
It is.
Thing.
High jump boost.
Fun fact, you can get this early. As soon as you enter this room, like
Oh,
area,
the space jump
you-
boots.
Yeah.
There, now I got a double jump. Oh, might as well.
Save. Get energy back so you don't die.
Okay, let's see. Oh, and then... Real mean to... Unless I'm missing something.
You're missing something.
Okay. I was gonna say, real mean to put in a... So I can I? Okay, can I get up there? Right now. Oh, whoop. Almost got it.
Like, I think there should be a path where you can actually get here, like, as soon as you arrive, but it doesn't get you anything.
Hmm.
Look for other things to climb on.
There we go. Let's see. Can I... Let's see. How wide is my jump height? Or jump distance? Oh, that should be... There we go. Yes.
You can go around the waterfall.
Oh, I see. Why do things easy when you can do things incredibly complicated?
That's the fun way. And it bears saying that, Metroid Prime looks fucking great. Even, by today's standards, it still holds up visually.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay, I take it that is an elevator? Or what? Oh.
Recording to log.
Oh, pirate data. Yep. Containment field. Alright.
Recording to log.
Chozo lore translated throughout her.
Mm-hmm.
Seal light the slight glows of promise, chasing by the great poison purifying as toxic. Light coalesces in the figure of a woman shining brightly. The prophecy of the past, yeah. Prophecy involving, weirdly enough, the something in the visage of our protagonist. Chozo. And 12 artifacts. Okay. Wait. Oh, here. Show us the artifact. Is the artifact true? First 12, collect it, and then scan the totems here for clues of the location of remaining artifacts. Okay. Oop. Oop. Oh. Huh.
Hell yeah, a Wii. You want to turn off the helmet? Kind of surprised there isn't, or I guess maybe being display the brightness. Yeah.
Oh, that's actually... Okay, I actually really like that they give you that as an option.
Mm-hmm.
So wait. Okay, hold on. I need to test something. Okay, where is my... Okay. Where is my menu button? can I do this? In system on. Huh. Oh, there, I can turn this up. Oh, I could even make it more jump and fire. No. Can I do that? Hold on. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Is there... Turn this and then this. Is this just going to be... Okay, I want a little bit of helmet.
Lola can have a little helmet as a treat.
How much helmet is this? There we go. Actually... There we go.
Recording to logbook.
Okay, the Heat of Magmor, a shrine in their honor holds the artifact of strength. Okay.
Recording to logbook.
Chozo, a sun chamber high atop a ruined home.
Recording to logbook.
Within the ruins of her home, Great Hall. Also, I take it that these artifacts don't actually give you anything? That they're just a key? Grave.
Recording to logbook.
Okay, there's a claim a tower. Andrana. Here are just keys. Okay, doke.
Recording to logbook.
So I hear you like scavenger hunts.
Great.
Don't worry, you don't have to deal with it for a while.
If I remember correctly, the ending, that's where your ship picks you up, right?
Fucked up the Samus would escape on her ship. So your move of where you want to go next. I mean, you got, half pipes you could go track down. You got a space jump now, and you got all sorts of shit.
Oh yeah, and then this... Oh, that's a... Wait. Looks like there's a door I haven't been in.
Yeah.
Did I really not get in here? Waterfall Cavern. Ow! I see.
Ah, you're being attacked by the mushrooms again, I see.
Same as it ever was.
Lola's greatest weakness.
Oh.
Mushroom.
Okay, got really concerned for a moment there. Got the blue goop. This might be a stupid question. I can't drown, can I?
No. It's just like any other Metroid game. But you are unable to, say, swim. As you might expect. So it's once again the matter of, yes, the gravity suit is the basic. Oh yeah, space pirate. You fucking murdered him, and he was a crash site.
Ah, I see. I need some sort of white.
Yeah, you need to get the white. The legendary white.
This is true, you are inside a spacesuit, but that's not a wetsuit or like a scuba gear. It's a spacesuit. It's for space. It's not for water.
Exactly. Water's completely different.
It's a water in space.
Exactly.
There's no O. You can't get the O in H2O in space. I think there's also no hydrogen in space either.
You just have the interplanetary plasma.
Yeah. Okay. Now. Where... Okay, so there's that. So I can either go to Choza Ruins or I can go to Magmore. Let's go to Choza Ruins. Although I think that the half pipe there is just for is just for a missile expansion. Is it? Okay. It is that one? Yeah, it's that one. This is also true. I'm just so used to American-made, or I shouldn't say American-made, Western-made first-person shooters that have drowning mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Recording to logbook.
History that showed ancient times. Fog of ancestors came from. Colonized Talon 4 made a conscious choice to skew a civilization of advanced technology. Chose to live the harmony of nature. So you can only do one. You can only have technology or be with nature. It's illegal to have both.
Planet of fucking hippie birds.
God damn it. I used to do that with spite. Alright.
You went too fast and too hard, and you went over the other side. Rip.
This is a lot harder when you don't have really good spatial awareness of where you are.
Mm-hmm. You need to move a little bit closer to the screen.
Thank you for the follow. There we go. Yep, and that was it. Alright.
Mm-hmm. Wow, Lolo, you got so many missiles.
Now, where do I need to go? There's an area over here that I haven't been to yet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, now that I have, now that I cleared out the thing, this is no longer, bad goo. Oops. God damn it. You know, in hindsight, I could probably just jump into it. And then turn to a ball. I see.
Yep. I see, said the bland Lolo.
Wait, have I seriously just not gone here? Oh, yeah, oh, I see. Well, I guess I'll just not go there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's another half pipe deeper in the ruins. Wait, wasn't the sun chamber? Didn't they say that, the hidden system is active. Do I have to do something to activate it?
It should be active.
Because I'm pretty sure I... Hidden system is on. Oh, for an hour?
Hmm.
Hmm. Well, in that case, could someone tell me where this half pipe is, or where I should probably go?
In Talon, I don't know. My suggestion, if you want to continue like the game, it's Vendrana.
Syndrana? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's I just have to go back to Magmore. Wait. What's that sound of it? What's that? There's a area here that... Oh, I need a wave beam
Mm.
for that. Although it looks like there's a couple... Now the question... That's a white door, and then the little thing... Okay, I can get the new space in Fendrana. Okay. Where was the thing to Magmore? Actually, I think would it be? I think it'd actually be easier if I just went back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then actually this is the right way to go. Okay, now where? That's the Magmore key. Magmore Caverns. Tried to see if I can outrate outpace it, but I guess I can't. Oh well. Okay. Wait, did I go backwards?
Check map, make sure.
Nope, I... Okay. Okay, then the Drawn Drifts is right here. There we go. Okay, and then Fundrana. Oh, also, it looks like there is a doorway I can take.
Mm-hmm. I mean, realistically, now is just the time to explore the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. Although I think next save point, I'm gonna try and get a save point. Oh, there's that thing.
There's one in Padrano.
I forgot where the hell I was going. Oh yeah, isn't there isn't there a morph? Yeah, it looks like... Oh, there's a platform up there. Whatever.
Data received.
Yep. Prayer activity analyzed. Chapel of the Elders. Well, that's interesting, because I see a purple door right in front of it, so...
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Damn it. Well, right now I can't do anything about the predators because I don't have the beam to get into the room with it.
Yeah. But you can still make your way over there.
Actually, where... Yeah, I think that's actually where I have to go, because that's the only place I've been to here.
Or is that blue door? Yeah. Your new space jump, you can get to that door you can get to before.
That just takes me here.
One down
God.
there. And straight ahead of you.
Oh, wait, actually... Damn it. I feel like my timing is just off.
Yeah, or there's a different way to get to it.
Like right here. Oh. That's right, I can't kill those things yet. Well, okay, then where's the save? There's no save point. Where's the save point?
There's a safe one in like the first area of Fendrana.
Okay. I don't see any doors.
Like when you first enter Fendrana, that first open area in like a little cave, there's the save room.
Is there? I don't see any doors that I haven't... Oh, I see it.
You've already been in there. That's why.
I don't see where is an S marked.
Go down.
Yeah.
It's that blue door.
Yeah,
That little-
I just saw it. Okay, where am I?
I'm impressed by your ability to completely ignore or miss save rooms.
Acquired skill.
There we go.
It's like it because it's an example of just like how selective our skills are when it comes to games.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you could be really good at like a particular section, like say like you're really good at jumping across platforms and knowing how to like hit the right beat, but then just like a basic enemy just continually fucks you up because you can't get the rhythm down.
Yeah.
Video games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, considering that I probably is going to stop in about 5 minutes, or like 5 minutes, I don't think there's really any point to go in there, so let me just take a look at the menu real quick, because I think there was some other things in here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. See, Fendrana Tower, Magmore Shrine, Sun Chamber, high atop our ruined home. So actually, I guess in the boss arena for, whatchamacallit, there's an artifact. Fendrana's Edge. Yeah, Flagra. There.
Isn't foie gras the stuff that rich people eat?
That's Flagra.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then that's just it. Oh, it's great. Apparently tab is also the fast forward button for Dolphin.
Nice.
So you're gonna come back to this?
Yeah, I probably should. Play at least a little bit more of this. So, yeah, that'll do it. So, with that, let me get the music ready and then let's talk about what we're doing on Friday, because Friday, we're not going to get back to this for quite some time. In fact, actually, this actually, now that I think about it, I do know what I can do real quick. Because we're not going to, and also this will help me schedule stuff. I didn't open up Firefox, that's why I can't find it. Okay. So, real quick. Let me go ahead and do this. If you, I'm gonna pick or have a few or get a few long play games picked real quick.
Okay.
And I'll get out of the
Alright.
thing real quick. If you want in, just say that you want in, and you can potentially help pick. I'm gonna probably do 2.
What do you think my odds are?
While I go and look up a name generator or a list. Random picker.
You know what'd be great is if you use like a different picker each time for no good reason, just to use a different picker.
I mean,
each
I
time.
usually end up doing it anyway because I basically just Google. Let's not do the thing with the wheels a bit. Random name picker.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. I just need... Yeah, let's go. We're going to do this one, and we're just going to do it twice.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so... Slightly off to the side, but let's see, we got... oh, apparently I did it before, because there was already names in there. Ex-President Tyrion. Anyone else want a potential pick at this?
Speak now, forever hold your peace, Chad.
Going once. Going twice. Okay, you know, I feel mean doing it like this, but we're gonna end up probably picking who gets excluded. So,
Oh, yeah.
pick a random item. So, you know, let's just do it. I feel mean doing it like that, so Risen, you get one pick.
Yeah.
Risen, you won. Get
Risen
the
and
fuck outta
Tyrion,
here.
you get your pick. Sorry, X.
Ah!
But to be fair, I think you've picked like the 2 of the last ones.
That is fair. That is fair.
Let's see. What's the difference between a lighter blue and a darker blue?
So lighter blues are going to take, as far as I can tell, they're going to take 1 episode. Dark blues are going to take 2. So either of you can just put your pick in. You don't have to do it in order. $13B. Oh, well, there's some picks. There's 13B. Long runners. Mega Man 6/7.
Oh yeah.
So there, we'll do that. And also 15A, which is non-traditional RPGs. So basically, I'll end up doing 6 and 7 in one episode, is why it's like that. And then 15A, non-traditional RPGs.
Ultima Underground.
Metal Max.
Close enough.
This is an interesting game because it is a JRPG that involves tanks.
Oh hell yeah.
I think Max and Chachi played this.
Yes, Max, or I know Chachi is definitely a huge fan of that franchise. So, yeah, we'll end up doing Metal Max when we get back, so... Yeah. So, essentially, we're not going to get back to Metroid Prime until November, but then we're going to basically do another episode of Metroid Prime. We'll then do Mega Man 6 and 7, and then Metal Max. There we go. Okay, anyway, that'll definitely do it, and also I can close out. Oh, actually. Apparently that happens if I don't touch things.
Ooh.
So, oh well, we saved.
A lot.
There we go. We're back. So I'm going to make a save there, so just in case.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about what we're doing on Friday. Because this starts our 2 weeks of spooky game. So,
Ooh.
Spookum.
this is a cacophony. The problem is the soundtrack that I got for this, like, has a lot of speaking tracks in it, but whatever. Anyway. Thank you all for watching. Personal tours to Load to Puzzlo. There's a Discord where you can chat with the community, take part in polls, get notified on when episodes are coming up. I'm starting to use the scheduled events thing in Discord a lot more, especially since I am now showing more movies in my Discord. So if you want to see some movies that we're going to cover in Media Delta, you got to be in the Discord. Or you can just watch your own copy if you have one. So yeah, if you're not in the Discord, you can go to discord.ldp.life in your browser, and it'll take you right there. There's also Patreon. $2 and $5 tiers helps with hosting costs and various other things. If you're watching this on a VOD, the place to watch these live is at twitch.tv/LoadPuzzlo. These are recorded Fridays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Saturdays at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to watch past episodes, the best place to do it is on the YouTube channel, which you can find at youtube.ldp.life. Episodes are uploaded Monday, Wednesday, Fridays at 8 a.m. Eastern. This one will be uploaded on Friday. There's also 2 shows on the YouTube channel that are not live. That is Media Delta and Hazeltown Story. Those get uploaded Thursdays at 8 a.m. Eastern. And you can also listen to them on our podcast channel, which you can find by going to radio.ldp.life or by searching WLDP Hazeltown Radio in your podcatcher of choice. So Friday, I haven't thought of the episode name yet, but we're doing Eternal Darkness. Which I have vague recollection of, but I've never actually played it personally.
The Inquisition is
Darkness
here for
sure
a
is
reason.
lasting a long while.
Yes. Oh, gee. Okay.
What?
Eternal.
Oh, things in my ears. Okay.
Yeah, that was surprisingly loud.
Why'd you choose B-Sod for the thumbnail?
Because that was one of the sanity effects.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's great. I like it.
It is actually it's the BSOD from Eternal Darkness, too.
Oh, and the patent should be up this year,
Right.
actually.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to send you over to
Nice,
Bear.
I can pretend my CRT monitor is failing.
Yeah, that's going to be great when that eventually happens. So, yeah, I'm going to send you over to Bear, who's doing something a little different today, playing Magic with some of his friends, so...
Pretending to be a wizard, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Fireball.
That'll be interesting, so... Go watch Bear. Have a good day.
Bye.